All right. Yeah, that went faster than I usually go on. Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and all the other good stuff. I'm gonna change up my intro eventually. But I'm just trying to get through this. Trying to get to that 100 mark. Then everything I'm gonna make everything better. Excuse me. I'm eating 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock here. Um, yeah, I got some things to talk about. I always got stuff to talk about. I don't even know why I always say that. But I got things I'm gonna talk about today. I supported Claim Uncut. Y'all should too. I supported them. Make sure you support Claim Uncut. Undisputed needs competition. It might not be as. It really might not be as. It might be the investors, the publishers, and the shareholders, and Will Kinsler. But Claim Uncut need y'all to support him so he can make a boxing game. And I'm still doing my push. I'm actively every day trying to get companies to make a boxing game. Trust me, I have no reason to lie. Trust me. I might be doing this by myself today, but it's okay. Let me see. Let me see what I got to make sure my YouTube is working. And we there. And we there. Okay. Lamont Davis in here. Salute Lamont Davis for coming through today. You here every day. I appreciate the support. Yo, I don't want to make this show like really be about Undisputed every single day, repeat and on repeat. But it's hard not to because I just seen a post by Jay Shep, more PR talk. And Jay Shep, that's my guy, but I gotta, it's PR talk. Say, yeah, we are aware of certain things. The team should be aware of stuff. It ain't something that just popped up. I'm pretty sure if y'all so-called tested, it popped up. Everything that's wrong with the game popped up. Or y'all just not skilled enough to know how to test this game. And I'm pretty sure they don't test the game to try to break it. That's how you're supposed to test it. You're supposed to break the game. See how far you could push the game. That's how they're supposed to test the game. Let me see. Let me get some people in here. That'll be, yeah. And get some YouTube people in here. I appreciate everybody that come in. It's a lot of people watch our videos now. It's like we starting to gain traction, and that's what I want. It's not about me because I'm not even trying to monetize this page yet. If I do at all, I don't look for money out of this. I enjoy. I want to be able to Dude, I hate. See, this would get on my nerve when I turn on my VPN, it always knocks everything off, and I gotta re-sign in. Then when I gotta sign in with Twitter, it's a I gotta go through a whole song and dance to sign it in. I'm just hoping people on Twitter will find out because I do this later. I'm not going through that whole song and dance for no Twitter. Mhm. All right, it worked. It worked on the first go. Let me see. I gotta make sure because Twitter will be doing some crazy stuff. All right, we good. Now I gotta set up everything like because I have a black background. When you got a white background with black work lettering and all that, it messes with your eyes. That's why I do the dark background. I gotta change that back. That's why a lot of people had to wear glasses because when some like they changed over. Because I remember when I was young, going when I was young, we used to have like beige paper, like a beige looking paper, close to papyrus, like how they have in Egypt. We had them color papers. Then they start changing to like pure white papers. That reflection, white paper reflects the light from the lamps and stuff from above, from the lights above. So that be messing with your eyes. That's why a lot of people, if it's a class full of like I say about 20 to 25 people in the class, probably like the majority of them wear glasses now. And the computer is no different. I'm just all over the place with conversation. Oh, dad, going y'all coming in every day. I appreciate y'all. Salute, salute. Still City Boxing. I'm precisely salute and Mike Adams. Salute. Y'all seen the recent news? The recent news that J Ships posted about. Let me see. Um, I had to read this because it's funny. It's funny, but it's not funny. He said, "Hey, fight fans, we're aware of the issue that some players are having logging in. We have identified the issue, and we are currently testing a fix. Once testing is complete, we will work with our partners to get the hot fix out as soon as possible. We are also testing. Let me see this. We are also testing possible short-term fixes that will let you play before we can deploy the hot fix. If any of these prove possible, then we will let you know. Thank you for your ongoing support." Now, this is what I got to talk about. When they say our partners, that's the investors and stuff. Why do the investors have that means they have a say in development. They have a say in many things. Usually when people invest in something, they don't really say that much. They don't even say anything. And that's crazy. The partners is also the publishers. Partners are also the shareholders. I wish I could buy some shares. No, I won't buy shares because the nonsense will outvote me. And if I had the money, I wouldn't try to buy into this game. I wouldn't support this game like for if I had the money to buy it. What's up, Blaze? Pound for pound? No, what did he say? That's what. Let me see. SCI fix the hot fix. Fix the hot fix. I'm playing it now. I just lost to a Wilder who ran nonstop for 8 rounds, exposing all the broken mechanics the game has. Happy days. Yeah, that's funny. Deontay Wilder running. Only time I seen Deontay Wilder run, like turn his back, seem like he running, was when when he fought with Zingy Zhang, whatever his name. There was an update 9:30 p.m. tonight, UK time. Yeah, they dropped it today. That BS. Join a league or play good. Join a league or play good players in the lobby. Online random play is dead. Join a league or play good. You repeat it. You making sure people see what you wrote. Yeah, but it's crazy how these problems are happening. I'm like, I hate to keep sound like we on repeat, like been on repeat for like 2 weeks now. These things, they see it. How do you have the game, then you push out the game and you trust the people that test it? You're supposed to go right behind them and test it. Me as a businessman, I'm gonna make sure my product is up to par. It's supporting my brand. It's supporting me. And a lot of these community managers stuff, you're part of the team. You're supposed to make sure that the brand and everything is correct. It's crazy. This game is so broken and full of cheesers online that I have to join a league and play the game clean like intended. Yo, play like Ash said. Ash said the way the game's supposed to be played. And you know what? I'm not the only one laughing about that. You're not the only one getting a kick out of that. It's people in the industry that's laughing at that. Playing the game the way it's supposed to be played. You know how many people laughed when I told them that? Even though some of them actually saw the video. You know how many people laughed at that? They've been in the industry for decades. Play the game the way it's intended to be played. I never heard 2K say that. I know y'all hate 2K. Never heard 2K say that. And EA, out of all companies that will say something like that, but they don't never say that. Now the fans, they took it upon themselves to play the game realistic. You shouldn't have to take it upon yourself to play a game realistic. It should be in the mechanics. And people keep saying, Paul, why do you keep saying if we play the game, the mechanics should help shape the game? It should help shape the game. The mechanics are absent. Muhammad Ali should be punching like Muhammad Ali no matter who's controlling him. His jab should look like a Muhammad Ali jab. His hook should look like a Muhammad Ali hook. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all think everything I say is dealing with AI, tendencies, capabilities. Yeah, I'm pro all of that, but they're they play into the mechanics of how boxers supposed to look and be themselves, that represent themselves. There was plenty of games in the past that the boxers looked at and played like themselves. A lot of people got amnesia. A lot of people got like selective amnesia. Let me say, oh yeah, I'm gonna change up like probably next week. Like I think 1 or 2 days out the week, I'm gonna read some stuff off of my wish list and break it down to for some of y'all. Cause it's a lot of in-depth stuff. It's a lot of in-depth stuff. One guy was like, yo, he said, make sure that you copyright your stuff. He said, because you got a blueprint for a awesome boxing game. Awesome. I ain't hear that word in a while. But he's like, yeah, you got some great ideas. He said, protect that stuff because a company will come and snatch all your ideas up. And my thing is, that's what I want them to do. I want them to snatch up my ideas. Take them all. Just make sure they're in the game. Don't take some and then try to say the rest of them and say, all right, we good. That's what EA did. They're just going to put us a percentage of the wish list that I originally sent them, and then they're going to put more in other games, other fight night games. And that backfired on everybody. Let me see. Did y'all see the I don't know if everybody on Twitter or let me see. Did I put it on? I didn't put it on Instagram yet, but I put out a AI avatar. You know, like telling fans to come together because we got to stop the division in the community. You know, I was speaking about this a little bit yesterday. The casual fans against the hardcore fans, the boxing fans against the casual fans, the fighting fans against the boxing fans. We got to stop with that. The whole thing that fixes all of that is options, gameplay options. And if they want to learn, just like a person like me, that's not really like a hardcore Tekken fan. If I really wanted to play, I learned Tekken. Like with boxing, you learn the sport. A hardcore boxing game can make, a boxing game can make a hardcore fan out of a casual. Ash repeated that. He repeated my model, but then somebody came and smacked him in the back of the head and told him to shut up. That's what it seemed like. Let me see what y'all saying. What's up, Shaolin Phrase 187? Can they just give us patch 1.2 and fix the punch detection and punch registration and tax the stamp on the runners? Desync won't be fixed, but if minimize undisputed could be decent, but not really. Exactly, but not really. Unfortunately, there is the state of the game. It's the only game I play on PS5, so I have to accept the game as is because I chose to still play it. At least you honest. That's one thing I can say about you, Blaze. At least you honest about, you know, the game. At Blaze, this game sucks. I need to take a shot from the gods. Yeah, but a lot of us could say Fight Night Champion is the same thing, but a lot of people cheerleading. They're hoping that Fight Night Champion makes the Fight Night Forever game makes Undisputed make a better game. But I don't think that's gonna be the case. For one, if somebody wanted to be down and dirty and say, hey, EA, why are these guys modding your game and selling it? Because we know they're not putting that much work in and they're not getting compensation for it. I know that's not happening. They putting too much work in for what they're doing. They advertising and everything. They putting too much work in. And my thing is, like I keep saying, they need to hook up with one of these developers, these single like Love C Shorty, you know, and these other game companies. I mean, they're not companies, but developers, help them with their game. But their thing is they want to mod. I'm doing well, Shaolin Phrase. Appreciate you asking. Fight Night Champion is better than Undisputed in the sense that it's a function. Exactly. That's what I keep saying. When people say a lot of things about Fight Night like it's the best game ever, no, it's a complete game. It's actually finished. And technically it wasn't finished. If y'all had the information that I had, it's technically wasn't a finished game, but it was a finished game. The story mode was finished, but the base game was not finished. I'm put it that way. The base game was not finished. The story mode was a complete, finished game. Let me see. Fight Night Champion is better than Undisputed. Oh, all right, I read that. No need to even talk about anymore. It's true. My thing was to come in here and talk about I was going to talk about the update, and then I was going to talk about some stuff that I wrote, because I said now we got to come together as a community, not only for this game to get better, for other games to get better, for other games to be pushed out. And I made it interesting for them. A boxing game can make $2.5 billion a year. Why isn't more companies making a game? You know, why more companies not making a game? It's not as hard as they keep telling y'all. Y'all repeating what they want y'all to say. People are repeating the narrative. My thing is I do all the investigations that a lot of people might not have time to do. Or I'm asking the questions that a lot of people might not have the time to do or have the access to developers or that information to do. Everything that people want, a company can make and put in the game. But when they don't do it, it's because they don't want to do it. They really don't want to do it. They're trying to make it as fast and easy. Everything is fast. They want a fast return on all their money. They don't care. And that's crazy because Steel City has EA, people that worked at EA. And they know that a more complete game is a better game. It's a better look for the company. But those EA people that used to work at EA, they don't care about Steel City. They really don't. They might be plants. And all ads can do is sit back and digest everything they feeding them. He's like barely, he barely owns the company. Barely. That 1% kept him from just being right there. 1 or 2%. Because I think he has 51% shares. I'm thinking with all his brothers together. You talk boxing games all day, all of them. Yeah, I meant the economy needs to move on. I mean, the community needs to move on. Yeah, they do. They do, but they don't. Because we gotta kind of build up this community so we can help Love C Shorty, help Claimer and Cut, help all these different boxers. Because the company could come and snatch them up and bring them on board. Still City could come and bring them on board. But I think a lot of them will not go with Still City because they see that their voice will be muted. Their ideas will be muted. Otherwise, SCI is going to keep finessing. Yeah, facts. A lot of times, it's the player base as well. Like Blaze said, if people play it like people gonna think is, but then we going then we going back to Ash the way what Ash was saying. You gotta play it the way it was intended to be played. And like I keep saying, it's other developers are laughing at that. They're really laughing at that. That's comedy to them. You gotta play the game the way it was intended to be played. And then when people do certain things, you supposed to be able to deduct certain things, or you got outside referees, real people that's like, well, this is the rule set. That's the referee, and I'm talking about. Sucks you gotta go to leagues, but if game is right for exploits, then that's what you're gonna have to do. Yeah, hit the like, guys. Like, share, and make a comment. Well, y'all doing the commenting right now. I know you. I know you like a book. Made 365. Y'all be easy. I'm about to hop on some bloody knuckle street boxing and get some work. Still City. I'm not gonna say what you said, but I'm gonna say Still City been trying to pimp out boxing. Yeah, subscribe. Whoever not subscribe, please. Um, they trying to pimp out boxing. Yeah. But I seen, and it was making me kind of angry. Some of these content creators, they try to pimp out boxing. Like they try to make boxing what it's not. And they basically feel like, well, when we get a boxing game, thanks, I appreciate you. Made 365, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, yeah, people want Still City to change boxing within a game. No, that's what options is for. I'm pro options, 100%. 100% pro options. Everything got to have options. Still City, they just went past the options thing and try to push on something with us, to us. But let me move on from Still City. Let me check and see my package here. Because this is around that time people be stealing people packages, and I can't afford for nobody to be stealing my packages. My thing is, I want to catch somebody. I want to catch somebody stealing my stuff and see do I still got it. I just want to see do I still got it. Nah. But like one thing that B said, he said, Poe, you're too nice. He said, you know what's gonna happen? Because he said you're the type of person that when you get mad, you go from 0 to 100. He said, me, I know how to control my anger. He said, I'm not nice. He said, but when I'm nice, I'm aware of it. He said, your anger just spirals out. And that's true. That's another way, boy, I'll be trying to protect myself, not being around certain people that I know are ignorant. The next boxing game should have a sim mode and slug mode. Yeah, options. It should be the option. You said, Dad, that's crazy. Everybody see me and when I walk in the street, some people cross the street, and I'm like, why are you crossing the street on me? I know I feel offended. I'm like, yo, I'm not that type of guy. Yeah, people be thinking I look mean. I guess when my face makes a different vision when I'm on here. A lot of people be saying I'll be looking mean. Even my wife and her friends, my wife friends used to be saying your husband look mean. Bloody Knuckles has both modes. Man, you should be the official advertiser for Bloody Knuckles. Love She Shorty should give you a t-shirt with Bloody Knuckles on it. I made a great, like in the beginning, I was trying to advertise Bloody Knuckles for him. But get a shirt with a boxer on the front with some red gloves, and like half of it, the boxer, and you got the red boxing trunks, but he got on a yellow top, and the blood is like dripping down, and he got the boxing gloves up like this, and that could be like the logo. So you basically do what I'm doing. I just want real gamers and people who love boxing to know about it. Yeah, facts. Yeah, my thing. You right. You 100% right. Because I was pushing the game for a long time. Now I'm trying to push games. I'm trying to push people to put pressure on Still City, put pressure on these companies. Because if my post has like close, I thought I had 2,000, but I got over 1,000. To me, that's a massive feat for me to put something on LinkedIn, and it's talking about how much you can make off of boxing and my wish list and all that, and it got 1,000 views. And I have some developers that's like saying things, not what I want to hear, but they're actually saying things. That means a lot to me. That means I'm getting across and I'm getting people seeing stuff. Just like what I was trying to see with Love C Shorty. I think he needs to be more visual. He was doing. He by now he would have had been able to monetize his channel because he was starting to pick up. His fan base was picking up, even though when the price that he put out at first, that hurt his brand a little bit because a lot of people didn't look back anymore. But I keep saying, give Love C Shorty another chance. Give his game another chance. Because when we make these games like this famous and we support these games, you're going to get other major companies supporting it, or they're going to try to buy in to what Love C Shorty got, or they're going to ask him to be a part of a team. And I feel that it was very disrespectful that when Love C Shorty applied to be a part of Still City, that they didn't want him on the team. They like straight up disrespect him. I say my about undisputed, but they did the job. Gave console a boxing game. Yeah, gave people a thing to waste time. Yeah, he could be catching more magic. Currently, I feel he did hurt himself with the initial price. Yeah, and right now he could be doing videos because Still City is like and Undisputed is like they hurting and fans are looking for something. Just him talking, making videos, it'll bring people back in. I'm pretty sure of it. You said, but I got way more than what I paid for by this time. I agree with you. My thing, I be trying to do my part with the community. I I donated. I mean, I bought the game. I can't play it, but I bought it. Um, Even with Claim Uncut, I bought the highest level that because I think he got different levels. I bought the highest, and if I could have gave more money, I would have gave more money. But I try to support the community. It's not about me or me trying to get anything out of it. I could have been making rant videos. Oh, Ash said he was gonna put me in the game, and he ain't put me in the game. And I could have kept going on and on about it, but I don't care about that stuff. Thanks, mate. I appreciate you. Yeah, I don't care about companies like giving me accolades or they trying to stroke my ego and stuff like that. Because sometimes when companies do that, I be thinking that they trying to get me to side with whatever they do. And I'm not that guy. Yeah, I'm not definitely not that guy to side with whatever they think I should will help benefit them. Oh, the gaming awards come on this week, huh? Did y'all see my meme that I put out? It's about Still City. Still City messed that up. This is something that a lot of developers saying too. They said Still City messed up a lot of chances that could have made them an elite company. When they start backtracking on ideas, that caused that messed up on them getting Game of the Year. Because once they sold that 1,000,000 copies as an indie company, that could have been Game of the Year. But they messed up. I don't even think when they make part 2 that it's gonna be I don't even think it's gonna be Game of the Year. Because they still have that mentality. They still have that mentality. Let me see. Oh, people respect you always because you're always vocal for. And that's my thing. And I be telling people, come on the talk show so your actual voice can be heard. My thing is I want everybody to speak up. Even if you're casual, I might disagree with you, but your voice is being heard. I might disagree because a lot of people think the game should be hybrid, it should be casual. I'm gonna disagree with you, but I want you to have a mode. But a lot of casual and hybrid fans don't want a game to be realistic. And then their mentality about what realism is, that's why you should be quiet about what realism is. and stick to the casual. Because they keep saying a realistic boxing game is slow. There's plenty of boxing matches that I seen that were fast and the boxer was in control of the fight. When the fight is slow, that's a boxer being lazy. And the boxer sit there and blaming on the other boxer. If a boxer is even running from you, even that's what it kind of get me mad when people be saying, well, he running and this and that. That shows that the mechanics is not there. In real fighting, when a boxer is so-called running, that means the boxer don't know how to cut off the ring. He's not strategic enough. Clinch that. You know what I used to do to people when I was boxing for real life boxing? I used to clench them. If I knew they were a runner or potentially would run, or if I dazed them, I would daze them and clench them. Daze them and clench them. You know what happened? By me grabbing them and leaning on them, that was in older games. A lot of y'all don't remember that. There were older games that you could, I think they were actually EA games. I can't remember exactly because I played so many boxing games, but I think it was EA. It could have been a knockout game. You clench and you lean on the opponent. That makes their legs get weak and it makes them get tired. But you're actually resting too. Or you could wrestle with them and make them tired. When I say wrestle, struggling to get out of the clinch. It's so much that goes into boxing, but a lot of people keep saying that is too much. It's not too much. It really isn't. Y'all letting y'all minds overreact and letting developers say certain things to you. SCI has the blueprint of how not to mess up because they made this game bad. So Undisputed 2 will break them if they don't make the necessary adjustments. True. But my thing is, are they going to get 1 million views with their first Undisputed 2 video? And my thing is, I'm kind of like leaning, they might get them views. I don't think they're going to get the sales, but I think they might get the views because everybody going to be wondering what Steel City is trying to bring. But a video don't tell the whole story because that video showed us one thing, then we got another thing. We got to hold Steel City accountable. We really do. Let me see, is that my package? My package here? Dad, my phone went off too. Let me see. No, I ain't. Yeah, I gotta watch my package. I turned it to the Hulk. Just Joker stole something that I really needed that day, and they stole my package. And it was herb. It was a herb. It was herbs because I deal with herbs and natural stuff. And I'm like, you stealing herbs from somebody? I would rather for you to open the package and you see what it is and say, oh, I made a mistake. I thought it was my package. I'd rather for them not did that. Now I had to wait a couple of more days to a week to get what I needed. Let me see. I'm building a realistic boxing game. Oh yeah. Undisputed. See, this is another thing that I want to talk about. Undisputed have hundreds of games that came before it, right? We have games like the Mike Tyson games that they had out. They had some great things within them games that they could have used. They had victorious boxers. They had boxers rule. They had prize fighter. As janky prize fighter was to some people, great things in it. So the thing is, why didn't Steel City make a better game? It's no excuse. We had old football games. We had Timco Bowl. We had we had electronic football and we had them type of games. We have all these type of games that came before Madden, and they made a better game. But you know what? A lot of people leaning on, and they giving Steel City the excuse. This is their first game. They made their indie company. They made it out of their garage. That don't hold work. That doesn't hold weight after a year or two. It's been almost it's 6 years now. Do your research. It's 6 years now, because they actually started making this game before. Then we give them an excuse with COVID. We give them an excuse when COVID hit. But after that, it's no excuse. That's why I say 5 years. But it's no excuse after that. And then you start hiring veterans. They start hiring veterans like 2022, 2023. It's no excuse. It's no excuse at all. Let me see what y'all saying. Views is easy to get with good editing. Exactly. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, because on Google, it's saying the game is doing good. Unless Google didn't update. On Steam, it's saying the game is basically kind of doing good. On, I think, IGN usually be a little more truthful. If they're truthful when you're not paying them. Because I remember EA used to throw IGN some money. They didn't even try to make a good boxing game. They straight up scammed us. I used to defend them too. I used to defend Ash's character. That's what I was defending, because like they say, when you talk to somebody and you actually able to look them in the eyes, well, I didn't really get to look them in the eye because we was on the screen, because we did a conference call. But when we talked, he was like a little kid. He's like a little kid. Whoever listened to this, that's on the team and stuff, yes, he was like a little kid. He was excited about the game. He was talking mad. He was talking grimy against EA. He was talking grimy against EA. He said, I'm going to make a game much better than EA. He was saying different things. He was saying so many things that I was like, wow. And I said, you're not scared of EA? He said, no, I'm not scared of EA. And that right there, to me, it proved a lot to me, because when I was asking game companies to make a boxing game, they were scared of EA. It's 10 companies, 10 or more companies that I talk to, and they say, we want to make a game, but we're scared to make a game because when EA can make a game and we'll lose, because a lot of people are attracted to EA. But then I kept saying, well, EA fell off with the Fight Night series. They didn't give fans what they wanted, but they weren't trying to hear that. They wasn't trying to hear that. And as stepped up, I really respected that. Even when I was looking around, they were scared of EA. And I guess once Ash gained momentum, because Ash and Round for Round was making a boxing game at the same time. Well, Round for Round was going through the motions of making a boxing game. Ash was actually making a game. So, that right there, I was like, I was liking that because I like two companies making a game makes games better. And I was, even though I was helping round for round at the time, I was calling myself helping Ash too because I was sending boxes over there. I was giving giving feedback on certain things. Most people, when they're working for another company, they don't talk to the other company. Let me see. Something is wrong with the left trigger button. Sometimes being unresponsive happen during get up mini games. Is that the game or is that your trigger? Or you're not really sure? I think SEI tried to mix Fight Night and Ready to Rumble. Yo, you said I think SEI tried to mix Fight Night and Ready to Rumble boxing, which wasn't a good idea. Yo, that's funny. That's funny. It's funny and truthful at the same time. Yeah, because you basically said exactly what it was. They tried to make an arcade and realistic boxing game together, but that's not what the intentional vision was. That was an original vision. It was always going to be options. It was going to be an option for a realistic game, and an option for a casual game. The realistic game was the forefront. That was before anything. Because I remember when Ash was talking and the roadmaps, y'all noticed the roadmaps kind of disappeared. Ash said in the roadmaps, we're gonna make a casual mode. So that means the game that he had, he intended for it to be realistic. The reviews on Xbox is only 2.2. Oh, that's yeah, that is crazy work. One thing I don't see in boxing games is balance. See, that word right there it kind of annoyed me because when I hear balance, when I think of balance, balance to me is you talking about we should take what's realistic and what's arcade, and then we merge them together and we get a game that it'll make both sides like them. That's not going to never happen. It's never going to happen. No matter how much you say it, it's going to be some people that conform to that mentality. I don't think that's what you're saying, but I don't know. But when people say balance, I keep thinking about hybrid, and hybrid is not going to sell a game. It's not going to sell a game. Let me see. Oh, getting hit while you're up. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Like I said last time, Paul, I would love to try the ESBC build, but I know I won't have the chance. No, I don't think they're gonna do that. Let me see. I think we got somebody that came to school late today. Let me see who this is. Yo, one more. Yeah, it's AJ Pax. What's up, AJ? AJ, what's up? You gotta go in. I mean, go out and come back in. Oh, there you go. There you go. With Ash
What's
and
up?
Ash and Will in the background.
Oh, are they? Oh, I thought they came to the show today, man.
What'd you say?
I thought they came to the show today. Oh, hold on.
Oh,
I don't.
oh,
Hold
man,
on.
that
Wait,
would
wait.
be
Get rid of this echo. Hold on. Forgot. Yeah.
yeah, that'd be crazy if they show up.
There we go.
I would even like to get somebody like Jay Shep, even though I know he can't say certain things against the company or stuff. I just want to get them to just come on and say certain things. I'm not gonna like straight up attack them, but I still got my core opinion about certain things.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it was funny yesterday. I was thinking, So the picture on my just above was on my right shoulder, the one with the Grinch and the lump of coal in the stocking.
Yeah, that's your.
So that's supposed to be Ash, but you said that looked like me. So I
Yeah,
looked at it, I started looking, I said, you know what, it kind of does look like me. But that being said, if this guy is my distant cousin, Ash Habib, I'm right here live. I'm giving you a RSVP to come on the Poe and the Community Speak podcast, man. From me to you. Maybe we could catch up on something.
yeah. I don't think Ash should come on this. I think they got him on lock. It's like the more you dig, the more you find out about the control of the company. I'm like, daggone, he sold his soul basically. Did you see my the video that I sent you with the Avatar video?
Avatar
He's talking. He's not the movie Avatar, but I got a guy. He's talking about how the community and stuff like that. I don't know if I sent you that one, but I sent you a video.
Nah, the last time I saw that you you donated to the Claimers Are Cuts to his project there. I saw that.
Yeah.
I'm still on the fence right now, but I'm gonna donate. I'm just but the thing is, you made a donation, but you did a goal, so you're gonna do a monthly subscription.
Yeah.
Towards, but how long? You see the thing, I'm gonna do a donation, but it's gonna be a one lump. It's gonna be a one time because I don't do subscriptions.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he kind of. I don't know if he's saying that to me, but he said, "Nah, don't even go with that subscription thing." I don't know. If
well, really, when you do the math, what he's looking for. Okay, if you're a gold member, let's just say it really adds up to about if you want to pay him for 1 year, it's about I don't know $350 something. I don't know if that's Canadian or US, yeah. But it's around that. The support, if you want to give him a 1 year support, like on a gold level kind of thing, right?
Yeah, but my thing, I wanted to give him money, like give him money instead of like going through this. He should have set up some type of account that he could actually get the funds.
Well, he kind of is doing it right. He's doing it through Patreon, right?
Yeah,
he's doing it through the Patreon thing.
Oh yeah, because that's like $18. It's $14.99 UK money, but it's $18. Let me see what they say.
But yo, today, man, I'm so pissed off with this game. But I sent a tweet. I sent a tweet to the 4 directors today. Let me see. Let me get the names of these guys.
The only thing about that, you can't see if they saw it. That's the only thing.
I could see how many people viewed it. Which is a good thing. But yeah, man, if people are watching this, you got to start. If you go to if you somehow get to my my Twitter page, you'll see who the investors are in this game and who the directors are. But I sent one today, man. I sent it to Alpha Rider. He's the head of Novatar. But then in terms of the directors, Olaf Ishwaler, David Gartner, Ash, and there's one other guy. What's his name? Don't want to forget his name.
Yeah. Oh,
what's his name? Oh, the Frank Sagnier. Those are your 4 directors, man. The community has to question those 4 guys in terms of why is it that this game came out just October 2024 and they have ceased. Don't confuse tuner updates with actual product development. We're talking about gameplay updates, like real update, enhancement to the game. There's been 0 since October 2024. And now we're in December 2025. They've convinced the community that by coming out with DLC and coming out with tuner updates, is somehow this makes a difference.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Dude, these guys are. Yeah, what's up?
Did you see Jay Shep video that he just posted? I mean, it's not a video, but it's a post that he made. Say we see what's going on and we're trying to fix it and stuff like that. I'm like, y'all should have saw it before y'all even put it out. That's bad development.
Let me tell you, I'm impressing them, man. All those now I'm telling everybody, start tweeting these investors, start tweeting the directors, the investors. I put Rockzilla too. Maybe that's why, because now it's hitting Rockzilla now. Will Kisner, all that shit started. I'm spilling it on thing, man.
Yeah.
They ripped off the community big time.
Yeah.
No updates. There's no meaningful updates. Like for example, what's his name? Marshall Mine. I found a video that he sent those idiots about a year ago, telling them that when you're stationary and you're doing what do you call it in the game? You're moving your head, but they call it
off the line.
You know, everybody. Yeah, you're moving off the side, but what's it called with the mechanic in the game itself? What's that called again? That's the like you're holding the R2 and you're able to rotate you're able to move everything above your waist. It turned into hula hooping, right? But the thing is, that mechanic, you don't lose any stamina, nothing. So that's why we're having hula hoop. That's why the guys are doing these hula hoop actions, and they're doing this thing where they're just moving in a circle to break they're breaking the hit detection.
Wow.
Marshall Mines is Marshall Mines is one. It came from Fight Night Champion because they never succeeded Fight Night Champion properly.
Exactly.
They copied that from Fight Night Champion.
Exactly. Do y'all Fight Night Champion fans? Exactly.
But Marshall Mine, I would say he's in good terms with those guys, and he give them a video telling them that simple, and that's a small game. That's a gameplay update that won't break them. They never even did nothing. They ignored it. Yeah. And look, they're not all the meta. I don't know if they think the community is a jackass or something, but they're trying to clean up meta by tuner updates instead of gameplay, instead of actually making the guy sent them a fucking video showing them that this thing is broken when you do upper body movement. When you step, there's stamina. It takes off stamina, but when you're moving your head, what's that mechanic called? I want to get the exact name, but it's broken.
But my thing was that I lost thought. But they can fix these things easy. They can fix them easy. But they're not trying. It's like they're trying not to invest.
Weaving. It's the weaving I'm talking about. No, not the weaving. L2. Yeah, it's L2. It's the weaving motion. The weaving has been broken since beta. Marshall Mines is one of their. I consider Marshall Mines in the same. Like he's kind of like Parox and all these guys. Like they're in good terms with the developer and stuff or the company. This guy made a video telling them a year ago to fix this, and then they do nothing. So that's why we have it all up. That's one of the reasons we have this shitty gameplay.
Yo, they call him Will. They say Will Swindler and Will Kinsler is a shyster. Yeah,
it's time for Will to say something, man. Yeah, you have 4 directors.
But we have to, like, far as the community, we have to keep putting the pressure on them. Got to put the pressure on them. People think they don't have a voice. They keep saying, well, it's on. If you keep posting certain things on your social medias, like if you got a gaming social media or whatever, and you keep posting my videos, posting, everything that we're doing, that will get traction and it'll really get their eyesight. But I'm like sure they have people that's watching these videos. I'm like sure.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Because we got a lot of ghost views here.
And the thing is, going back to these 4 directors that run Steel City Interactive, what are they doing? What are they doing? 2 of the directors they're actually employees of one. What's his name? What's this guy's name again, man? What's his name?
Yo, you know what's funny? He's saying he almost got banned for mentioning Will Kinsler's name. Mention some of the other people. Mention the publisher, Play On. Mention the shareholders. See what they say.
Well, the thing is this. I keep on saying this guy's name. You have 4 directors: Olaf Ishwala, David Gardner, Ash, and Frank Sagnier. Out of those 2 directors, Olaf holds up so he's a director at Steel City, and he also holds a position at Novatar. Novatar holds a whole bunch of Class A and Class B shares in this company. He's a fucking plant then. If you're a director and you're seeing how this company is, and you're seeing how this shitty the product, you happen to be a plant. You're a plant director. Yep. David Gardner, another one. He's another director at Steel City. He holds a position at Venture Part. What's it called? London VP. London VP is another shareholder in this game. Class A and Class B. They put them as plants in the company. They don't do nothing. Yeah. But the question now is that you have 4 directors. They have to answer for this shit, man. And if they're not answered, then that's why I don't care if I send stuff to Will. If I sell Will Kisner, Rockzilla, if all 5 of them, man, somebody has to answer for this shit.
Yeah, facts. My thing is, we gotta make some noise. Let me flash kill your wallet with DLC. That's cute. That's funny. But we gotta really. He said flash KO your wallet with DLC. He said that's what they're doing.
Yeah. They released this game October 24. No system updates. All it is really DLC. And again, I keep on beating this dead horse. The community has to freaking wake up, man.
Yeah.
If the community is, if you guys are going in the fucking Discord and you guys ain't calling these guys out by now, then you're failing. You're failing as a freaking community member, I would say. Tell them because if you get kicked out of Discord, if you get this up, fine. Get who gives a shit, man. The reality is, what purpose does the Discord serve? It ain't helping the community. If the community is giving them all the fucking information, what's wrong, and they don't give a shit, right?
Yeah. I had to leave the Discord because it wasn't serving no purpose. No purpose at all. Now, when Steve was there, he was making it serve a purpose. Now, a lot of people saying, "Oh, Steve didn't really do nothing." Yes, he was doing. He was moving. He made it look better than what we were doing.
He was creating service tickets.
Yeah, he made it look way better than what they were doing. It was just stagnant. The whole thing was stagnant. Not like, Steve, you got to be, I was like, when I say certain things, like, Steve, you got to be talk more. You just grabbing tickets and stuff, and you'll say a couple of things, but you got to be more vocal. Steve actually was doing, that's why when Steve was trying to downplay me, I was like, felt like he was dissing me. I said, Steve, your job is what I did. I gather ideas. When I was in the EA forums, I was gathering ideas, handing them to the developers. And then I told them, I said, instead of me just constantly keep handing them to y'all, I'm gonna make a whole wish list. That's exactly what he was doing.
I read I saw I think it was Crooks the Great out of video today. About the current status of this, about the hot fix and all this broken shit going on, right? And I think and while I was reading, so yeah, CSI Jack Shep made he finally commented on it now through the Discord, right? But I was reading the comments on his video, and one interesting comment I saw a guy named I don't know who he is. It's a random person who replied to that video, but he said his name is David BH6709, and he wrote, "I am an engineer that works in quality, bachelor's in computer engineering, and I have a title of quality management system engineer. CSI's quality assurance is non-existent and trash."
Yeah.
How can you trust anything they release anymore? They know they are the only boxing game in the market. I'm taking advantage of it. I can't wait for them to have a legit competition from a release game.
Thanks.
Now, the reason I brought this up, a guy, who knows, he could be lying, this guy, but I read it in the comments. But the reason why I thought it was important is because, so everybody's saying that there's no QA. You know what I mean? There's no quality assurance. But here's the thing. You know what's further proof? How is it possible I think this alludes to what you were saying a couple days ago. Nobody's playing that game. I bet you the 4 directors don't play the game. I bet you Jack Shep doesn't play the game. I bet you staff doesn't play the game. And most likely, I don't think Will plays the game. None of them are playing the game. You know how I know? Because if they were playing the game, when they dropped that shitty hot fix, right away, they would have been the first person to come out and say, they would have said, hey guys, you know, but they didn't say nothing. They wanted to see how gullible the community is, and they waited until we have this uproar now that the freaking game's broken again from the hotfix. They should have been the first one, but they didn't wait. They didn't want to say anything. That's what they and that's something that's a bad culture that they're fostering at Steel City. And I'm kind of curious who would be. We have 4 directors. From the 4 directors, who is giving this? Who is creating this culture of lack of integrity?
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm like, I don't even know who to even say.
As I said, man, they should have been the first one, and they're never the first one. They're the last one because they don't want to take accountability for it. None of them play the game, man. That tells me something. Hey, when they had last year, when they had the last round bug where it wasn't calculating the cards, and that went on for 2 months. That tells you they don't play the game because they don't care. It doesn't have they don't play their game, so they don't get no enjoyment out of it. You know what I mean? They don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. Just take it as a business. They don't like enjoy the business that they're dealing with.
No.
That's why I say you usually pull the grab people in that love what they're doing.
And you know what? That makes money that they're doing. Well, the thing that makes a big difference. If you have guys on your team that are actually like they really like boxing, they enjoy boxing, then you would have a different outcome. Then they would want the game. You know what I mean? They would have pride behind the game. There would be pride.
Yeah. They don't. This game don't have no type of nobody like really. Even they hide the developers away. That's the funniest thing to me. EA didn't even do that. EA didn't hide their developers. Brizzo, Mike Mahar, we had all of them in the forum.
You know,
even he don't come. He don't say nothing no more.
You know how you could tell. You know how you could tell they're disorganized as well. They only address this hot fix through that fictitious Discord name, the X and O hugs and kisses thing.
Oh yeah.
Why is it that person acknowledged it, but why is JX Shep have to come after the fact and then acknowledge it? Shouldn't one person be the one in charge of all that? Yeah. Or they're supposed to be sharing roles? I don't know. It just looks careless. It looks careless, man.
Yeah. That's how it works. It's usually if you're gonna do that, somebody gonna handle the Discord, the social media, certain social medias. Y'all split the weight, but I don't know what's going on there. They both repeating the same thing in the same place. That makes no sense.
Mike Abs, it's true. Steel City, they have the content creators in their pocket. That's 100%. That's why I'm telling people, spread the word. Watch Polls Community podcasts. Because we're not bound by nothing.
No.
We're not bound to those guys, so we could say exactly what the truth is and what's facts. It's not gonna be sugar-coated. And it doesn't have to be sugar-coated. All this is just being fueled by Steel City for ripping off the community. Plain and simple.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll just hope they don't make your offer you can't refuse.
Make an offer you can't. I ain't getting no fucking offer from those guys, dude. Man, I put my sail up. I know exactly what ship I'm on and where I'm going, guy. I have no time. If I, you know what, and you know why? Because I don't respect them as a company anymore. They not just that they ripped me off. They ripped off 1.3 million people, as far as I'm concerned, and they don't give a shit. I give them a chance when the 8th round, but when they couldn't calculate the cards for 2 fucking months, I give them a chance and they keep on blowing it every time. They just don't care. So I don't care about them. Could care less, man.
Yeah. Oh, I ain't tell you what's called Claimer. He want Beast to make a video so he could comment about it.
So
He
again,
wanted me to contact the Beast. Claimer and Cut. He want Beast to make a video so he could you know, comment. Yeah, so I don't like really have that app to contact him. So I'm gonna get
what's up?
Leafy. I was trying to get He didn't
What's
say
up?
the time.
But he wants to talk with Beast then to make a video.
Yeah, make a video so he could like comment about it or whatever.
But how do you get in contact? How do you get in contact with that guy then? With Claimer Uncut?
On the Discord, he had replied to me, you know, putting up that money.
Mm. Yeah, I would love to see somebody. I'll let Beast know he's looking for him, but I would love to hear that. I would love to hear Beast his commentary on what's going on with this.
Yeah. He made a video, but I guess he wanted to make something more substantial.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm really like on the wall about let me see. Mike Adams said, hold up, it's a money grab. Oh, Slug. What's up, Slug? Oh, we got a full house today. It's just a money grab to them. It is. Seeing like they all work from home.
Slug, it's not they don't work from home. The directors don't give a shit about the game. You can work from home. We're in what do you call it? Since the pandemic, what do you call this revolution we're having right now with all video conferencing? And we're in the digital. Oh, yeah. It's not just the digital revolution, but we're in like we are now what's the word when you work from home kind of stuff? I forgot the term they want to call it, the business term for it.
Something like that. I forget the name too.
But you know what I'm talking about. We're in that era right now. So the thing is, everything and the internet's fast enough so you can connect to all your resources. You can do your video conference, everything. The issue is that you have 4 directors and you got Raxzilla, Will Kisner. They just like they don't want to make any updates to the game. They thought, well, not thought, I think probably they successfully executed fooling the community based on tuner updates.
Yeah. So my thing is, like you were saying, hybrid is a hybrid. He's working from home. Will is working from where he stays at. And I heard he got an office there and everything. So how can he like really say what's going on in the studio?
Easy. What'll happen is they'll have whatever video conferencing software they're using. Just like okay, sometime I'm talking to you on Discord. I said, okay, share your screen. Screen. Let me see what's going on, kind of stuff, and I start to analyze it after, right? It's the same concept.
Yeah, but when he says that,
for all you know, they're probably using Slack. A lot of these companies use Slack when they start doing development and shit, right? That's what they're probably using.
Yeah, because he was saying that they work hard and stuff like that. To me, like he can't say that, and Boxing Fanatical can't say that they're working hard. These guys are working hard. They're not working hard. I don't care.
There's nothing to work because they ain't working hard. There's only tuner updates are nothing. I'm gonna say it again. Tuner updates are it's no set of tuner update is this or balancing, they like to call it, right? Is this making small tweaks in the back there in terms of whatever attributes you're using. But going back to your saying about they're not doing nothing because they're not developing the game. Steel City Interactive abandoned this game on release date, as far as I'm concerned. Because I don't consider deal. Yeah, on October 24th, when they dropped it, version 1.0, that was actually okay. Version 1.0 would have been the last we saw of any major development updates because we saw new knockdowns, we saw new kind of stumbling animations, right? We saw different kind of these things, and then they removed it. And they had no ambition to bring it back to fix it. So since this time, going back to saying, they have not done any work on this game. Because DLC doesn't count, man. DLC does not count as work because they're not making any system updates to this thing. They abandoned the fucking game. They abandoned it, and yo, they have the, and you know what? I gotta give them credit, man. They abandoned the game, and they got big balls that they, after they abandoned it, they would drop a champion edition. Then they could look like this game. Like, whoa, that's grimy shit, man. Yeah. Grimy.
Yeah. What's called Slug XX said, ain't no way they're in the studio. They're in the studio. They're in the studio. Their thing is, they have so many days off because they use their vacation days. When they first got there, I never see nobody do that. When you first get a job, like the next week you take a vacation for 2 weeks, 1 week, 2 weeks. That's crazy. They was doing that.
Yeah, you can't
do that. They were doing that.
Especially they would do that off the bat.
Yeah, that's disrespectful. EA would have never let that happen.
Well, that ain't normal. That's not normal. That's the thing. That's not normal.
But they have a lot of vacation. They say they have when you first hire, you get like a month time worth of vacation. That's crazy. You usually have to build up to that.
The only time that could happen would, okay, if you hire somebody around the month of December, I could see if it's a new hire in the month of December because of the holidays and stuff. I could see that happen, but those are statutory holidays. You know what I mean? It's statutory and all the commotion. Okay, you know, usually by the leading into usually downtime starts to come into play. Some places the week before Christmas, but then going into Christmas and then going to New Year, that's all downtime, really, man. A lot of companies work like that, and then everybody comes back the day after like whenever day January 3rd falls. That's when people start to come back.
Yeah. So next week or the week after next, they're gonna be gone. Because I think we had to wait. I think we had to wait like the second week in January. Every year, like the second week in January, something happened. They everybody come back into the group, and it's just the moderators there, and they don't have that many moderators like they used to. It's like everybody's a big moderator, because they used to have five moderators before. I think they only got like 2 or 3. Then they got Jay Shep, they got Seth, and they got EXO and stuff like that.
You ever watch any of Narco Fade Parade? That's his slogan. Narco Fade Parade. He runs a YouTube channel. He broadcasts live. He fights live on Undisputed. You ever heard of Narco?
I heard the name, but I ain't never.
His content is good. I watched it yesterday for the first. I've always seen his thing because he's always calling out people to fight him, right? So I saw it yesterday. I watched it, but yo, so it was the first time I've ever. I was in his YouTube chat. I was just writing some stuff, and you know, I'm watching this guy live stream, and I could see the punches not registering. You could see the punches. They're just going over they'll just magically go over your head, or they'll phase through you. Through you. Think of. You know, when I say phase 2, it's like, hey, you remember Back to the Future 1?
Yeah.
You remember Back to the Future 1? And you see at the end, he started, because he didn't do what he said, he's starting to fade away because he's about to die, basically.
Yeah.
That's what's happened. The punches are going through, they're just fading through somebody. It's a joke. But anyways, I started saying that in his chat, and he got mad. But I know what he had to get mad because at the same time I'm breaking the illusion. Because you have an audience there, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to you don't want to create that negative atmosphere in his broadcast, right? But he was good, man. And I didn't mention anything, but it's just when I see it now, man. I was like, Jesus Christ, this game, like you could see why guys like iGame you watch, they don't want to be so associate themselves because the gameplay is so bad.
Yeah.
Missing fucking punches, man.
If I invited iGame you watch, because he starts, dropping, bad things about Undisputed, and then I guess they reeled them in.
And yo, all the guys who are fighting Narco, man, they're all quick glitch records. You could tell. This guy came in, I forgot his name, and he was crying after too. He came in there with a 50-10 record. first round, Narco knocks him out like 2 times in the first round. I said, okay, that's a good. You know what I mean? If you have a 50-10 in record and you're getting flattened 2 times in the first round, something ain't right. You shouldn't be fighting like that, man.
Facts. Mike Adams said I'm in the UK. I'm going to take a trip to Sheffield, the Still City, to check out their headquarters. Man, they might probably got guards out there now. They probably got people gatekeeping for them. so nobody get in there. Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people mad at this game. But
you know, a lot of people are mad at this game, but it's worth to bring up the discussion about lemon laws. And that's one thing that the video game industry, I don't think there's in North America, United States and Canada, and obviously in the UK, I think they don't have like we have lemon laws like in North America, we have lemon laws to protect you for bad purchases, like a car or something, right? And they always call car lemon laws and stuff, right? But in the video game industry, this is a perfect example, man, where you need lemon laws to hold these guys accountable. That if you're going to release a game and it's going to be season 0 from inception dates, from beta to version 1. Up to version 2.05, it's still season 0. Obviously, you're not delivering what you promised. This game will be this game will be season 0 until end of life. You know what I mean? Because you're not here. Like, if Will and those guys had developer blogs where they're actually talking to the community about what's coming out, and remember all the roadmaps? They would always talk about the roadmaps. What's the latest roadmap? You're not hearing nothing about the roadmaps, and you're not hearing none of these guys doing any developer logs anymore.
Did they?
You know what I mean?
Roadmaps down.
It just disappeared. That's what it does. When you know, it just don't talk about it, and it's done. That's it.
No,
the community don't want to. The community ain't gonna call them out on Discord about it.
Yeah, because when I was doing my research, now it must be an internal roadmap because they said the developers have to turn a roadmap into the investors and the publisher, so they can okay it. They got to with the publishers.
I would love to get my hands on that internal document because I want to see what the roadmap is on season 0 to go to season 1. I'm really curious now.
Yeah.
What's the roadmap on that?
I think.
What's the roadmap to fix Quit Glitch?
I don't think they're gonna do anything to this game too much. They're gonna keep beating around the bush. Everything's gonna be a beat around the bush until they do Undisputed 2. And I think that's gonna be like next week or the week before next. I wouldn't be surprised if they do it tomorrow, because the Westcom show come out tomorrow, the Game Awards show, and you know, it's a good time. Like, you get them eyes.
Were they nominated for anything?
Nah, heck no. What they not gonna get the big studio like that with no show like that. Records and rank.
Okay. Well, they could, I don't know, categories they could get into, maybe I don't know, first time developers or something. Is that if there's a category like a rookie of the year? I don't know.
That was
I wouldn't give them rookie of the year. I wouldn't give them rookie of the year.
That's one thing. That would happen last year when the game actually dropped. They're not getting nothing this year.
The only way they would get an award if they had a specific award for boxing video game of the year, and they're the only boxing game on the market, they win. That's it. That's only they win by default. Default wins, man. They didn't beat the champion. They didn't beat the champion for the belt. They got it by default. They got it in a, what do you call it, like an interim match.
Yeah, but it'll be funny if they said we have a new a new category, but nobody won it.
Nobody won it.
Yo, you know how crazy that would be. Yo, that would be crazy.
Yeah, Shaolin, records and rank don't matter much in this game. It hasn't mattered. You know what, the joke on the community was that they reset the leaderboard and it didn't fix Quick Glitch. You would think that if they asked the community, they said, okay, if you guys want, we're gonna have a vote, right? And what was the number they said they wanted? Was it they wanted 2,000 people? I don't know, 3,000 or something. So they get the vote, and then they reset it, but they didn't fix anything. Why? How can a company be? How can you sabotage your own product like that? How can you sabotage your own product by if you know you can't fix quick glitch, why did you even you should have just played it off then? Like, well, they're playing it off right now, but like you should have never reset the leaderboard. I can't like you'd figure the way they confidently reset the leaderboard, you figured they fixed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You figured they had to fix it, man.
That's crazy.
If anything, maybe the only reason they reset the leaderboard is because you saw a lot of people in the top 20 where it's impossible for them to have an undisputed rank. The game glitched. People glitched out. The guy might have a 6-31 record and he got undisputed. How's that possible?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what maybe they just wanted to clean out those kind of undisputed records in the rank because they can't get rid of them. I think for the longest while before they reset it, the number one person had a losing record.
Yo, it's just puzzling to me. Let me see. I'm trying to get a post that I made. Oh, I told you about somebody because I was already talking about the VR and everything. So a guy was saying basically it was like a debate, but he got a lot of people liking what he's saying. He said a boxing game should be able to teach you. Said you could do it with both, like a VR, or you could actually do it playing the game because it's giving is you downloading data. Because when you're playing a boxing game, if it plays realistic, you're downloading data. You're going to do certain things. It's just like when you're watching a real boxing match. A lot of people, they learn from watching boxing matches, which is crazy. There's a guy that came into the gym and said, "Oh, I learned from watching I think he said Mayweather or Pernell Whitaker." He was watching one of them. And he said that's how he learned how to box.
Who do you think would be more difficult to emulate, Roy Jones or Mayweather? Because those two guys are like gifted athletes. Like we're talking about, they have something. They're on the next level for athletic gifts.
Mayweather.
He would be the hardest. Then you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't. If he, I wonder is he gonna do if his motion capture if they put him in the game. But if they thinking about putting them in the game, please don't do it for this game. Do it for part 2. Don't do it for this game.
I'm precisely. What's he saying? He said that he's playing the game right now. Oh my god, dude. The punches just feel so bad. Terrible, sloppy, glitchy animation. This game is trash. As fuck. That's the real. Talking about that. That's the real commentary. That's a real testimony right there. You know, I keep on looking at the Google reviews on this game. That's a next lie. I'm calling them out on. Google reviews. If you do a search on Google, it says this game got an 85% rating. It's impossible, man.
Yeah,
you can't even see you can't even see. Like I was logged in. I want to see who voted. You can't see nothing. It tells me that Steel City Inc. They have a team that went there to manipulate the voting on that thing to make it look like 85%. And the reason why, if you look at the Steam rating and you look at the PlayStation Network rating and go look at the Xbox Store rating, you'll see you ain't gonna see nothing 85%. You're seeing 2-star ratings on this freaking game. So when you have a bunch of 2-star and low 3 ratings, that translated to 50% to 60% people thought it was a good game. which is much lower than 85. 85% saying this game's a fucking A. You know what I mean? This ain't an A. Yeah. This ain't even an A. This is not an A minus nothing, man.
Nope. It's a D minus.
The reason why people it's what do you call it? It's social media. What do we call this? Like it's influencers. This is where the area where Steel City really did a good job is the influencers. The influencers they got the kind of the make it seem like this is like a really authentic boxing game. Yep. And it goes back to that. It goes back to what's his name? I saw when he mentioned about how they. Let's see there. I saw somebody mention how they went to Vegas. Who said that?
Oh, I saw that too. I'm not on that page right now. Should be close to the bottom.
But somebody mentioned this on the chat. I saw, but yeah. They said all those guys who are promoting it, they sent them to Vegas. They got to watch the big fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They got to participate in that tournament where the scorecards couldn't calculate for iGame. You watch his matchup for some reason. Who knows why it happened? And but one thing too is he oh man, that's a strange situation.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me
But that's what it is.
Yeah, it is. Let me see. Understand what companies actually respond to. Studios don't change because fans are loud. They change when the people above them feel pressure. Investors care about revenue, future profit, retention, risk, and optics. Publishers care about brand credibility, sales, pre-orders, and critical reception. Shareholders care about return on investment and long-term viability. Founders and execs, they care about legacy, reputation, investor confidence, and avoiding failures.
Who's that last one?
Founders, execs.
Okay.
They care about legacy, reputation, investor confidence. They care about the investor confidence and avoiding failure. When the fan base leaves, these groups feel it first. And that's what I'm keep telling them. You got to make them feel like there's some type of pressure on them. But nobody's making them feel like they really got that much pressure on them. The three things that actually force change. There are only three mechanisms that studios respond to in reality. Data going negative, active player counts dropping, negative reviews percentage increasing, refund spikes. We beyond the refund spikes because you can't get no refund now. Social stats falling. These trigger internal alerts from publishers and investors. Public narrative shifting. If respected voices, boxing creators, journalists, and longtime players publicly say SCI is losing its way, Undisputed is not delivering what the boxing community expected, that narrative become a liability that the company must address. That's what I'm saying. Loss of brand reputation with partners. If boxing organizations, athletes, and promoters see fans are unhappy, the game has a shrinking audience. The people demand realism. They can pressure SCI behind the scenes. Licensors do not want to be associated with a failing product. All of this works because it makes the people above SCI nervous. I don't think that's the case because the game been making people unhappy. The audience been shrinking and people been demanding realism. So I'm guessing SCI is throwing them some extra money just to be satisfied or something. They're doing something to make them be satisfied because they're not saying anything. These people are not saying anything because if they were saying something, we will see major changes. What fans can do that make companies actually listen. Here are the actions that historically force studios to adjust. A coordinated criticism with solution-focused messaging. Not random complaints, not attacks, not chaos. Consistent, unified messaging like, we want a realistic boxing game. We've been saying that. Authenticity attracts more long-term players. Past games prove simulation fans stay longer. Casual players still enjoy realism when it's well done. Hybrid direction causes the downfall. That's what I was saying. Consistency creates a pattern. Patterns create executive attention. Centralized feedback hubs that publishers monitor. Publishers and investors read summaries, not scattered posts. Fans can funnel feedback into one long-standing Reddit mega thread. You was talking about that. A community-driven Google Doc. Basically, I'll be doing that. A pen form document. A uniform Discord feedback channel. A fan-led community council proposal. Executive love organized data because they can show it to the shareholders. That's basically what we're doing. We're trying to do. Influencers and creators become aligned. Studios fear negative coverage from respected boxing people. Why Undisputed fell videos, public commentary from big channels, even smaller creators matter if their messaging is unified. When they say authenticity, boxing sells, the fans want realism, not hybrid gameplay. Leadership notices this. Tracking negative metrics publicly. Not scared investors like charts. If fans track Steam, we were saying that. If fans track Steam player count decline, if they track review score trends, if they track sentiment over time, if they track community poll numbers, and those charts show hybrid direction is costing players, that becomes evidence. Publishers hate evidence showing poor product direction. So that we're basically doing what needs to be done. But
yo, Poe,
yeah, go ahead.
The thing you said about the Steam, right? And those stat numbers. So there's a stat floating around right now. There's a stat floating around, and it said when this game first came out, it had about 10,000 concurrent users.
Yeah, I remember.
That has went from 10,000, I think we're down to 500.
Wow.
You know what 500 means? 500 is Fight Night Champion numbers, man.
Yeah.
What eventually killed Fight Night Champions when Fight Night Champion the first 2 years or so, they were good, man. You had 10,000, between 7,000 to 10,000 people were online, and that's when the users could see the stats, right? We could see it in plain view. Yeah. When it finally died, like when they finally said they're not developing the game anymore, you go online, man, it was 2,000 and under.
Yeah.
And eventually it ended up just being like that 500 zone. This game is 1 year old. And it's already achieved that we're catching 500 users online now. That's a Steam.
Yeah,
that's why they're forcing crossplay on the console players right now. The fucking beef up because they can't hide the beef up the Steam stats, man. The Steam stats is the only indicator we have to show how shitty it is.
Yup, exactly. Yo, it said – organize a real fans wishlist document. We already had that from the day one.
We're doing a live show on it, right? The whole theme of the show is live right now.
Exactly. That's funny.
Damn.
Let me see. Positive pressure from boxing organizations. I don't think we're gonna get that help because what's gonna block me?
You didn't see the fiasco with WBC and what's his name? Terrence Crawford right now?
Oh yeah. And Oscar De La Hoya.
They're fighting for what? Yeah, they try to jack up the percentage fee on him for the what's it called?
The belt.
I guess for the belt kind of thing, right? They're asking because they figured he made a lot of money. They jacked it up on him, and it's not normal. So like when you see WBC doing that kind of stuff, they're gonna. How do you think it's gonna be the same kind of politics with the video game?
Yeah, but they were mad that Canelo didn't win that fight because we never hear stuff like that when Canelo and certain fighters. It's like certain fighters they like really love. Let me see. Yeah, it said if we get fans speak to promoters, boxers, managers, gyms, and get their comments like the game needs more realism. Fans want authentic boxing. I've been pushing that narrative for decades. And I was pushing it harder this time around. That sends sound waves through SEI. Brand partners have enormous influence. I've been doing that. And what's going the Crunk Gym, it's funny that the people that own it, they knew that the Crunk Gym was a brand that they could make money off of. It's like 3 people that probably was never part of that brand. Anybody that should have been control of that brand, it should have been Tommy Hearns. It should have been guys like that a part of it. Now you got these people from different countries. They own the Crunk brand. And that's in Detroit. That's crazy. And
how hard would it be for them to get Tommy Hearns in the game? Or he can't get out of EA?
It should be. That might be a surprise for us. That might be a surprise.
Look at me. I'm thinking about DLC for fucking Undisputed, man.
Yeah.
Being a fool right there, man. I'm thinking about that, you know?
Yeah.
Fucking smooth.
But yeah, they could get them. They could get them. The next people they pop up on them.
Yo, Shalin Phrase 187, you said that Undisputed's a 3 out of 5. Just trying to be nice right now. So 3 out of 5 is a 60. That's a 60, right? What I want to know is that what would you remove from the game to get it to a 50 and under? I'm just kind of curious. Because I kind of want to see why it even made a 60. If you were to remove something out of that game, what would bring it to 50 and under? Because a 2 out of 5 would be what? 40. 2 out of 5 is more, to me, is more along the lines of what that game really is.
Yeah. Like the more, because a lot of us, we like intentionally feel like we got to save this game. But you can't, when you like flat out like come out and say certain things, it's not going to help the game. The more you talk good about the game, or we could play the game a certain way, they were like getting happy about that. Like you say certain things to make the game good for them. Make it, when Ash is saying play the game the way it's supposed to be played, that helps them out. That helps the investors out. It's not about us enjoying the game. It's about them enjoying our money. People got
it's funny. It's funny going back to that Ash quote. Why doesn't he show us how to play the game?
Exactly.
You ever thought about it? Has anyone even questioned that?
But some people say,
why hasn't Ash showed us how to play the freaking game? I'm kind of curious now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Why isn't Will showing us how to play the game?
He don't play the game.
You think Jack Shep should be showing us how to play the game?
Don't drag me. Don't Yeah, I don't. There's a lot of people that's on the team. I don't think they're actually playing the game. To be honest. Yeah.
One thing for sure, when Boxing Fanatical was there, he was playing the game.
Yeah, he was playing the game
He's
because
playing the
he's
game.
so competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, he's super defensive of it. And my thing is always going to be,
Yeah, well, it's a business
even though I
relationship.
wasn't in, yeah, I wasn't there with EA, but I still would not defend them no matter what. And then it didn't make them like hate me or anything. Well, there's a couple of guys there that hate me and jump, but you know, it didn't mess up my my standards with EA. They know I didn't like them. I like made it obvious that I didn't like their business models, the way they was doing certain things.
So I've been looking up and down. I'm still waiting. I think it's just wishful thinking. But I wanted to hear that Fight Night Forever would tell us that, oh, you don't have to parsec. What you're gonna be able to play the game online.
Yeah,
I was hoping they would make stuff. That would be a huge. That would be a huge dagger right there, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder how this is gonna play out. Cause I'm wondering if somebody gonna like. Cause my thing is, Steel City could mess it up for them. Cause if they charging for this game, and Steel City feel like they like really like stole their like everybody just like left the game alone. Like the whole Discord and everything just went blank. Nobody's there, and everybody's supporting this game. I think people gonna start running their mouth to EA. They're gonna say, "Well, it's these guys that I think they're charging for your game." You know, stuff like that, and that might, you know, break them from doing the game. Dad, I wish we could have had that interview though. I was set. I was ready for the interview. That would have been a great interview for us to have.
Yo, Paul, what do you make of them? So I've seen this Kanesi said was saying that that how Ash said they never test the game. They never tested the game to see if you could cheese the game. Or they didn't do what I call
he said that. I think he said that. He said that at the
no, that's what he said that. He admitted to that, but what do you call that? There's a word for that. When you're testing for cheese, it's oh God, it'll come to me just now. But what do you make of that? That the fact that even though he told everybody why did that happen in a company like that?
That shows that for him and at that point when he released the game, he had veterans in it. They trying to say that veterans came after the fact. No, when they released the game, they had veterans. They had a publisher. They should have known better than that.
That's what it is. Stress testing.
Yeah.
Stress testing is what they would have done if the reduced amount of cheat would have been. They don't stress test to see, okay, what happens if you do these kind of things we see where people are just spamming the punch then, right? Spamming not in the sense that, okay, if the opening's there, you go for it, right? But spamming where it's like you're breaking the mechanics of the game. You're breaking the way the game is going to play now, right? Because you figured something out. You figured, okay, if I do this, there's no defense for it. You cannot defend it. It's almost undefendable. But yeah, that's it. They don't stress test, man. How is that norm?
No, that's not.
Or is that a norm for indie? If you're an indie company, you gotta pass on that.
You gotta do more stress testing because you want a great product to come out as an indie company. So you would do more stress testing than average.
Well, that said, then if Ash is saying they never tested for cheese, they had no. It goes back to your saying about the legacy. Nobody cares about the legacy.
It seemed like Ash giving up on this game. Like the more things he said a lot of things, and they're putting out things in the Discord that a lot of these developers are not boxing fans. and they don't know nothing about game development. Who does that? And I'm not the only one that said that. That's not even proper. That's not even proper game development things you're supposed to do. You don't tell people the experience of people in a company, especially when they don't have experience.
What we play in Mike, he said, CB told me the other day they have over 1,000 testers. And you mean to tell me none of them tried any cheese?
They lying.
They're lying. 1,000 testers?
They lying. They lying.
There's no way 1,000 testers.
They have at least, I'd say, about 5 or 10 testers.
Or you know what that over 1,000 testers number came from?
The players.
So there was a play test back in was it in February of this year, or was it December of 2024? But there was a play test. So maybe when they had that play test, maybe that's where maybe they had 1,000 respondents.
Probably getting it, but they don't have.
But that's not the same. But it's not like it's not the same thing. Like we're play testing it, but to say that they have it's like I don't have a contract with Steel City. I'm not Steel City is not paying me my services to test their game, write them a report.
Yeah.
So if they're pulling that 1,000, they're using that number out of context. Big time, you know what I mean?
1,000 might be for the PC when we was playing on Steam.
Yeah, and when was the last time we had Undisputed had a play test? I haven't seen the last play test. I think it was. I don't know why. I think it was February.
Steam, I don't know the exact date, but it was Steam. It was only on Steam.
Right? Yeah, it was on Steam, but
let me.
What can't? I don't think there's ever been a. That's another thing to show you too. They'll show you how this game. They're not developing the game anymore. There hasn't been a play test since. That play. Let me see here. Undisputed. January.
Let's say January.
Yes, that was the January one. Then that was the last. I would say probably that was the last one because I remember I did it. That was nearly what 11 months ago.
The
11 months ago.
This year, right?
Was that?
It was January of this year or last year?
January 2025.
Oh, Dad. But what was we did something last year too.
That's the thing too. I remember. So that's why I'm trying to remember if there was something in or maybe I'm thinking about the beta. There might have been a beta play test just before they released the console. Maybe that one.
Yeah, it was a beta.
But the last one they had was January 17, 2025, and they were testing for the 8th round bug or the last round bug. Players losing SP despite winning a fight, which is quick glitch. And players not being given a win despite that's quick glitch as well. So they've been investigating quick glitch since January 2025, and here we go. So going back to Shaolin phrase, you gotta adjust that from a 3. You gotta drop that down a number. It can't be a 3 out of 5. They don't this game is not a 60, man.
No. Hold up.
Hey, Leafy, I just realized something, eh? On Claymore Cut's video, he made mention to you in the beginning.
Oh yeah.
He made mention to Leafy. I just remember that now. I think he was saying Leafy, he said you still believe, I think.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Let me go get my package before I have to get somebody.
Leafy, there's gonna be no huge update, man. This game is it's just gonna be DLC and tune up balance / tune update. That's it. Because how much more time are you gonna give them to fix quick glitch? Game came out October 2024. It's been over a year and counting now. Yeah. And the thing is too, this is the first time I think I've ever experienced a video game company that like a game I bought and I experienced this. This is the first time that's ever happened to me. If anything, Steel City and Undisputed Boxing, they basically inspired me to come on live YouTube to talk about them and to post up and to tweet about them. That's all. Like, no company has ever did that to me before. Well, yeah, yo, Playmate, it has to be bullshit. It must be that 1,000 number must have been based on the playtest, and that's the only, because if you have 1,000 people on your damn payroll to playtest, we wouldn't be getting this shit right now. But Poe, you're saying that they have how many game testers? You said they actually have?
No, probably about 10.
10. Okay, so they have 10. Oh, so they do have 10 at least. But man, 10's a good amount, man.
But the game testers that they have in the studio, I think, is about. They got 5 in the studio. No, okay. I think they got 4 in the studio, and the rest are content creators.
So the content creator testing them. I don't know, man. It's strange.
It is. Like they say, that's why a lot of these, content creators, they're trying to be boxing fans now. A lot of them wasn't originally boxing fans. They were very casual, extremely casual. So I don't know.
Let me correct myself. We playing Mike. Let me correct myself. He said they test by the thousands. Okay. They test by the 1,000, which means that's a fancy way of saying that damn playtest survey did. That's all it was. They played by it. It was the playtest.
Yeah. CB said he would send my list to the developers and bring it to them. Add a bunch of features. CB, I think CB lying because I sent them my whole wish list. I tagged them in it a couple of times. But I don't know. They might feel the pressure. Yeah, because I made sure I tag every time somebody new come into the studio, and I think that we could get some type of breathing room. I tag them into the my wish list. But I don't know.
But Poe, how would that process work then? So you have Leafy there. He's gonna send him some information. He's sending it to CB. Then CB's acting like an agent now. And he's going to send it to the developer. What is that? What is the real process? Is that the process?
That's PR. That sounds like PR. I don't know, but it sounds like PR. Because that's exact. They did the same thing with me. No, Westcom did that. Seth. She did that. Seth did it. Steve did it. They all did it. They said, yo, you got some good ideas. I'm going to make sure. And I don't know. I hate to put Jay Shep in it, but he said the same thing too. No, that's my guy. I don't want to put him out there like that. What's up? What's up? What we play in Mike? Playing Mike. Oh, let me correct myself. Oh, you was. I just messaged Poe on Discord. The screenshot of CB telling me that BS. Let me correct myself. He said they test by the thousands.
CB's role is what again?
He's a community manager.
How do you think he's improved the game?
Nothing. He probably did a manual.
Or
I think he did a manual Augusta motion cap.
He did. You think he did the motion cap for Manuel Augustus?
Yeah.
So he was the model then.
Yeah, I think so because he got a boxing background.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Because he was asking me too much about it. He said, how you like the Manuel Augustus? I said, I don't really have a game, but from what I saw, it looked good. He said, thank you. So you thanking me for saying that, so that definitely means you did it. Because I was like adamant about that. Let me see. Let me see what we play. I hope you ain't no what's called no dev trying to disguise yourself. No, I'm messing with you, Mike. This is what he told me. Yo, they be doing that, and that be some funny stuff too. Testing is done in the thousands. Global testing. Whether in China, man, come on, man. That's cap. That's cap. They capping. Now I'm gonna do my research on that. And tomorrow I'm gonna talk about it a little bit because I don't want the show to constantly be attack, and we're not adding no real substance to like really get things done. Yeah.
Yo, Mike Adams, you said nothing has been done. We've been complaining. We complain about running for 14 months. Mike, what is your solution to running? That's one.
Yeah, that's
the next thing you mentioned. The next thing you mentioned was nothing's been done the same for lunging body jabs and power body. So for each of those two, what is your solution for the lunging body jab? But that's not. Oh yeah, that's sliding step and jab and the power body uppercut. But also for the running, those are three things. Broken with the game, I would say, since beta.
That's what I was telling people because their thing is you got to give some type of feedback of what you want them to fix. Because you can't always say nerf this, nerf that. They got to nerf this, they got to nerf that. You can't keep saying that.
All that nerfing is that's all bouncing, man. That's all bouncing tactics.
Yeah. Because all nerfing does is take away from certain things that's realistic. It's just that something else they didn't do right. It's like you getting in a boxing ring and you keep getting jabbed by Muhammad Ali, and then you go to the referee, or you asking the different people and the commission. Muhammad Ali can't keep throwing that same jab. He's spamming it. Muhammad Ali
actually,
he's spamming his movement.
Actually, Mike, you're right. I just remember now. They put the cooldown. They put the cooldown on the lunge and body jab.
Yeah, that didn't make sense to me.
And then followed by a power hook to the head. So that's basically that was like a little not exploit combo, but yeah, that's what people were doing. They were spamming that one. They stamp tax power punch spam. They removed the hook stuns. Absolutely nothing else.
Like when they they doing too much. They want because they don't want to fix anything. They don't want to fix anything. They rather like do little things because like we keep saying, when Ash said what he said, we should expect what's going on now. He said the game is broken, but it's always like other people, they're not gonna believe it no matter what. You could tell the truth, and some people, no matter what, they're gonna keep the dream alive. Oh,
Yo, Poe, the where is it here? Oh, I saw it just now. Okay, yo, Poe, what we playing Mike, he said that basically fighters who don't engage should lose rounds. Right now, the scorecards just feel like who lands more punches and has significant shots. But going back to that whole thing about if they don't engage, right? In boxing now, in real boxing, how do judges judge the fight again?
Yep, I gotta put boxing knowledge in. But what do people mean by engage? If a person hits you with like 16 punches and then they start moving around and not engaging, they hit you with 16 punches, they probably dazed you a couple of times or whatever, and they're not engaging, they should not lose that round. People going by what they feel the rules should be in boxing. That's not how the rules work. That's why I say options if that's the way you want to play. But in real life, if you get hit with punches and you're not able to cut off the ring or anything, that's on you. We got to keep our arguments so it just makes sense. You got to say, why don't we have the right tools to cut off the ring? Why don't we have this? Now we putting things in to nerf it. When we ask them to nerf certain things, then that means the game going to get broken more. We got to keep our arguments so it makes sense. Let's say, why don't we have the right tools? That's you. That's you. Now it's echoing. It's echoing.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good now.
Yeah.
So I had to reset my hair. So wait. So go. I didn't hear none of it. It was. I had to reset my headphone.
Oh.
But
yeah. But people.
But wait. What did?
You gotta ask for the correct fixes for certain things instead of nerfing.
No, but what did you say about the judges' scorecards when they're judging the fight? I didn't catch it, but did you mention anything about the effective aggression?
That effective aggression will be you going after this guy, putting pressure on him, stopping him from running. That's effective aggression.
But that's something the judges they're looking for that.
Yeah,
in a real boxing fight, right?
They don't actually look for that, but if it happens, that goes on their radar. Everybody's not doing effective aggression. When they say effective aggression is when you constantly stand on that person. You're not giving them no breathing room technically. That's effective aggression. You're not keeping them, you keeping them from keep moving, all around the ring. That's effective aggressiveness. But people want to change the meaning. That's not how it works. And I'm going by my experience as a boxer. I'm not going by how I feel.
So the question is this then, like this whole thing where guys are running and I guess they're winning the rounds and stuff, does that mean like is the judging logic and undisputed? Is it programmed properly?
No, not at all. I think they were kind of saying that. Because I had a friend that he actually do stuff like that. And he wanted to be a part of the team. He said he'll get that right immediately.
Yeah, but what we play, Mike, that's just one aspect of it, because that's what happens on a scorecard, right? But okay, you're talking about the mechanic.
Yeah, that's basically what I was trying to explain.
In UFC 5 it works. They figured it out. Although it's not a boxing ring, but they figured it out.
Yeah.
The problem is loose footwork.
Kanisi said the problem is loose footwork is not stamina taxing.
But should it be?
Yeah. Well, not for a guy like Muhammad Ali, because he technically didn't ever look like he was really that tired when he did it. So, because he'll dance on you all the time, and that's what loose footwork should be, only for Mike Tyson. I mean, only for Muhammad Ali. I don't know why I keep saying Mike Tyson. For Muhammad Ali, Ali stay on his toes.
But yo, Ali in the late 70s into the 80s, at that point, was he still fighting? I gotta go look at the archive, but was he still fight like was he still fighting, or he was fighting more flat-footed by that point?
Yeah, more flat-footed at that point. Yeah.
So about what age did he start going flat-foot?
That's a good. When he came back from the war, I mean from that time he was off. So he was in his late 30s.
Let me see something.
I don't think people should stand still, but once it turns into I land too early punches early in the round, then avoid you because I'm up to punches. Oh yeah, that right there. But it's still it's. I know what you're saying, but it still goes to why is this guy still able to move around the ring without someone being able to effectively cut off the ring? We got to look at because we this is what this is for. This is what this platform is for. We can discuss things and come up with ideas or conclusions of why things work and they can't work.
Yo, so in 74, when he fought Foreman, he would have been 32 years old. So he was still fighting on his toes at that point. I would say in 75, when he fought Fraser, was he still fighting on his toes? I would think so, yeah.
Barely.
He still had that ability.
Yeah, but barely.
In 75. So okay, so he'll be 33 at that point, right?
Yeah.
When he fought Kenny Norton, that was 76. So he'll be 33. So 1980 is when he fought Holmes. And that was off a 2-year layoff. Because he had fought Spinks in 78, and then he took a 2-year layoff and came back in 1985. Holmes whipped him because he was old at that point, right?
Yeah.
But that was what, 1980, right?
Yeah, in the 80s.
So you've been so by the time he was 38 years old, his fight he changed.
Yep. He said moving backwards is faster than moving forward. See, that's the thing that this game doesn't have. Every boxer shouldn't be able to do the same thing other boxers do. Ali, he could shuffle backwards. He's done it many times. Tyson Fury, he could shuffle side to side, but he still look heavy when he does it.
But the fact that Steel City made that mistake in the game, right? Who would have been the person who would have okayed that mistake?
I'm pretty sure that Will was like really there because he keeps saying he's a part of the authenticity and stuff like that. So that's a Will decision. I'm 100% sure.
Give anybody the same. Do you think he's actually aware of it? Or it just comes down to because he wants the game, they're just trying to make it's more like an arcade game to them.
That he wanted to be more accessible and he wanted so he could play it when he does want to play it. From from what I heard, certain people was giving Will, they was giving them the business. You're right, Paul. Honestly, I wouldn't care if people spam punches if we had the tools to beat the type of fighting. Exactly. That's my point that I'm trying to make to people. I'm not trying to play anybody what they saying or anything. Yeah, that's crazy. That's what the point I was trying to make. Ash said he let all the fighters have loose movement so it would be fair. And that's not Ash talking. Ash never talked like that. From the conversations I had with Ash, that's not Ash talking. That's Will Kensler talking. That's accessibility. Now you're taking away from the game. I know people hate when I talk about 2K, but the basketball players play their style of play. when you got Michael Jordan in the game, they don't nerf Michael Jordan from doing what Michael Jordan does. They don't nerf Shaquille O'Neal from doing what Shaquille O'Neal does.
Yeah, that was 1980. He would have been 38 years old by that time.
Yeah. And that's crazy. And when you say 38 for a heavyweight, that's still not old. But
because it was leading up to his condition. That was the thing.
Yeah. That's crazy. I don't know. I think it's about that time to end the show.
All right.
Yeah. I appreciate y'all coming today. The help support the share and like the video on your way out. Got another show tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. We almost did this for 2 weeks, and that's that's great. 6 o'clock tomorrow. If y'all gonna show up, share it, spread the word. Poe and AJ, we coming for we coming from Steel City. And we know Steel City probably listening. Coming for y'all. It's gonna get worse before the end of the month. I know it's gonna get worse. Especially because I know y'all gonna drop something. But until the next show, thanks. I appreciate you, Mike, for showing up. Until the next show, peace. AJ, you got anything you want to say?
No, I'm good, man.
All right.
I'm good.
Peace, everyone.